Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Fires from First. You know what it is, man. If you're on this channel, it means that you understand and recognize that you're going to be the first in your bloodline to create the dreams of your life, man. Create the life of your dreams. That's what this channel is about. People that are on the come up, aspiring to become the best version of themselves and to really just break the bloodline. Be the first person to achieve greatness. Because over here, we're all about greatness and self mastery. So you guys, today's video is going to be on really like what getting into fitness has taught me, like lessons learned from that, and how it was the gateway to my personal development journey. So fitness, right? We go back to, I started 7 years ago when I was 16. And like if you don't know my story, just a little bit about what got me into fitness. It was that I was getting bullied as a child, right? So between 14 to 16, I was getting bullied, and it was getting more and more intense. So after 2 years of enduring that, at 16, I was like, nah, enough's enough, and nobody gonna fuck with me again. So I just started going to the gym, and I was just relentless. So I really find it hard when people tell me that they lack motivation, they lack the drive, the consistency to go. I'm like, you don't want it. To me, honestly, I just don't think you want it bad enough. Like, if it's that painful for you, what your current situation, there's nothing that can stop you. Like, and that's the type of individual I am. Like, whatever I want, I go get it. Like, I'm relentless. But so yeah, that's when I started. I've been doing it for 7 years, and to be honest, the lessons I've learned from the fitness is, number one, it builds confidence, right? Like the way you feel after a workout, you guys, that's probably like the best feeling on this earth. Like, because for me, the best feeling is when you like elevate your consciousness and you tap into what I call flow state, right? And I define that as inner peace. So you get into that state when, like, you've basically acted your way into positive thinking, and you free yourself from the problems of the century world. So that's one of the main benefits of fitness, is that through physical training, no negative internal state can exist. So you are able to feel super positive, and it builds confidence in you, because you actually, over time, you actually like what you're seeing, and you're confident because you're sticking to your word. Like, you say you're gonna go to the gym, you go, you eat the meals you're supposed to eat, you're like this, you're building a discipline. So yeah, it builds confidence and it builds energy, you guys. Like, you definitely have more energy when you work out and you get into fitness, right? Because when you get into fitness, like when you're working out, as I said, when you finish the workout, you feel great. You get that spike of energy, and I like to go in the morning, so I have that energy throughout the day. So building confidence, building energy. Another massive like lesson I learned from fitness is like the challenges. Excuse me, like overcoming the mental challenges, like how much it does for you. Like for me, like having mental challenges of, like, am I able to lift this weight? Am I able to build a body of my dreams? So for me to have done that, like, a lot of challenges had to be overcame. But I suffered a very like bad injury when I first started lifting. I did deadlift, right, and I'd done my lower back. So I couldn't really do too much heavy lifting that affected or triggered my lower back, and that was the challenge. I was 16. It was like within the first, I think it was the first day actually. Now I think about it, but that never stopped me. I also had a rotator cuff injury on my left shoulder. So I wasn't, that was like within my first year of training. So I wasn't able to do heavy benching or, like heavy presses. So those were like two challenges within the first year. And I was already the skinniest and weakest in my group who we would go together in the gym. So with those challenges I faced through injuries, it was like, damn, like that's a big setback, like. And a lot of people wouldn't have probably continued. So that's another lesson I've learned from fitness, is like those like mental, physical challenges that come your way when least expected. Overcoming those challenges is like really like it will give, again, it links into like the other two, but it will give you the confidence that you can handle any challenge that comes your way. So that's fitness, right? So those are like some main benefits, and obviously the physique. When you build a physique, you see your body changing. You get more confident. Um, yeah, and you know, it's fitness is great, but however, fitness is, in my opinion, is the gateway. Fitness is the gateway to personal development, right? Because personal development, you just developing yourself into a better version of you. I like to say the 10.0 self, right? You want to create that version of you that's just undeniable, mentally, physically, spiritually, and then that will lead to the financials, right? So, like for me, like fit, like when I was like getting better with fitness, like my body was changing. I was Most people would say I was in very good shape at 18, but that's when I had the physical side sorted, but the mental aspects and spiritual was still not good. So even at 18, even though I was in pretty good shape, I had more confidence in myself. It wasn't enough. It was just, little did I know at the time, it was actually a gateway to my personal development journey. I still had to fix limiting beliefs in my mind. I still had to, um, I still had to develop people skills, like understanding like social cues, um, and yeah, like just being more aligned with my conscience. Like spirituality is big for me now. I wasn't tapped into that before, so then that's when I then got into this to building my mindset. Right, I still had a bit of a victim mindset, from being bullied, and like people being racist to me. So I still had a victim mindset. I still was a bit weak minded, so I had to like toughen that up and build my mindset up. Um, and lessons I've learned from personal development is like it will take longer than you think. Like in terms of, it's an ongoing process. Like personal development is not something that is like a it's like you're changing who you are. You're changing your identity, like your paradigms your paradigms on different topics, like your perspectives, your belief system, like all those things are changing as you're developing yourself into this bigger, better version of you. Um, so yeah, that's one of the main lessons I learned from personal development, that to reconstruct and reprogram your mind, which is what I had to do. It will take time, like longer than you expect. Um, Another lesson I learned is a lot of answers and solutions, and the wisdom is already out there, right? So a lot of books on personal development and mindset is got some gems in there, right? Like Outwitting the Devil, Napoleon Hill. It's an amazing book. 177 Mental Toughness Secrets of the World, Steve Siebold. Like some of these books that just have, like, they just they have solutions, right? Which you can use and take it with you. Um, and obviously like people who have done it, like mindset people. So definitely there's a lot of variety of ways to learn um in personal development. And another thing, lesson I've learned, or like a insight, is like you really get to see who you are, because going through this journey, like a lot of people are not going to understand, or they're going to be like, yo, you've changed, like what happened? And you're going to be like, yeah, I've changed for the better. Like this is who I am now. Like I wasn't happy with who I was before. So you have to accept the reality that most people are not actually going to understand the process you're going through. They're going to be like, I guess, well, is it that deep? Like they kind of question you a bit, right? And they're going to be surprised when you are this new version of yourself. Um, so definitely, like when you, and that links to my next point. Like when you're around people who are going on the same mission as you, then you can actually like grow together and like get ideas from each other, like how to be stronger mentally, like different things you can do. Um, and yeah, all my closest friends, like they're like that. Like their mindset is like similar to mine. Like we want the best for ourselves. We want to push ourselves to see like how far we can go. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, I mean, those like key lessons learned from personal development. Uh, and another thing I guess is you're gonna, once you do it for long enough, you always have the mindset of how can I be better? Like how can I develop to be a better version of myself? And for me, like once I got deep into personal development, anytime I'm not being productive or working on myself, like I don't want to do it. Like, like honestly, if you said to me all day long, you just work on yourself, be the best version of you, and give that person to the world, I'd just rather do that all day. Obviously, I understand it's your family, your friends, and stuff, and I love those. I love the people that are close to me, but it's like that's probably like the only thing. Like, if I'm not doing that or working on myself, I'm like, if I'm not being productive, essentially, you're gonna feel like you're lacking. Like, you're gonna feel like you're slacking, and your competition is doing better than you. So that's another lesson learned from personal development. Like, you're always striving to be better. You're always striving to go that extra mile to really, like, just create this undeniable motherfucker, like a stud. Somebody you look at in the mirror and you're just proud of. Like, man, I really am him. Like, a lot of people, they wish to be or they claim to be, but are you really him? Like, are you really, like, have you become that person? Right? So yeah, you guys, that's kind of like the lessons I've learned, really, um, from fitness, personal development, um, and I guess with spirituality, just really aligning my conscience with God. Right, I've grown in faith during my process of personal development, and my faith will continue to grow, and I'll continue to tap into what the vision God has for me, and I just walk that path. So you guys, you're watching this and you're on the start of your personal development journey, or you're thinking about it, start with fitness. That's the gateway to discipline. It's the gateway to building like internal confidence. It's a gateway to boosting your energy. It's a gateway to personal development, and also like work on your mind, work on just having faith. Always faith, man. Faith, no fear. You guys, man, this is it. This is the end of the video here. I'll wrap it up there. But yeah, those are the lessons I've learned from being into fitness and personal development for the last 7 years. I love you guys. Stay tuned to the next one. You know what it is. It's your boy Faisal First. You're watching this now. Understand you are going to be the first in your bloodline to create a life of your dreams. Let's get it.